In order to get the right health insurance plan, it's very important to understand the different elements of the health insurance plan. There's no point in buying coverage which is not useful for you. This is particularly important in a country like Hong Kong, and the reason is because health insurance expense, the cost, the premiums, the rates in Hong Kong are so high, the second highest in the world after the United States, it's important that you buy the cover that's just right for you. Health insurance plans today tend to come in a fairly modular form. They have a core inpatient component, which means that if you go to hospital, that will cover the access to the hospital, so the Matilda, the sanatorium in Hong Kong, it will cover those expenses. And then there's a series of modules you can add on. The first and most obvious is the outpatient module, which many people buy. That gives you access to doctors, specialists, medication, diagnostic testing, etc. And then there are a series of additional modules you can add on, such as dental, optical, wellbeing, maternity, which is very important and expensive. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Evacuation and repatriation, which perhaps you don't necessarily need in Hong Kong, although if you're spending time traveling in China, that may be important, or another country like China. So all of these different aspects of the plan, if you understand them and choose the ones that are important to you, then you can control your costs. Beyond that, there are things to think about like pre-existing medical conditions. It's possible to get these covered, though it may have an additional cost. So once again, controlling the cost aspect of your plan, it's important to know whether you want to add that in or out. Beyond that, there are things like deductibles or excesses. A good way to control the premium in Hong Kong is to bring in a deductible or excess to keep the cost under control. Chronic conditions are things that most people don't think about, but an expensive health insurance plan typically has full cover for chronic condition, while a more basic plan perhaps doesn't. So once again, if you're trying to control cost, agreeing whether you want to have full chronic condition coverage or not is going to be important. The list of things that we can consider and look at in order to get the right plan for you at the right price is very long. And in fact, our job is to sit down with you, spend some time with you, understand your needs, what's important to you, and then go away and review the market. And by review the market, I mean basically all the international plans available. The Bupas, the AXAs, the Allianz, the Cignas, the Aetnas, the list is very long. Not only can we consider the international insurance companies, we would also look at the local insurance companies. People like Liberty in Hong Kong, Blue Cross in Hong Kong, local Bupa plans, Manulife Prudential. The list there is also quite long. So as you can see, the way to get a good deal on your health insurance is first of all to understand all the options available, to pick the right ones for you, then to review the market, look at which insurers are right for you, and ultimately get the right plan. If you're living and working in Hong Kong and you want help with your health insurance, why don't you come and talk to us?